Well, the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Leonard and Jones slot in at the small and power forward. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Eubanks in at center. Outside for Randall. Edwards against Dunn. 5 on the clock. Tries it again. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
That's all weight room right there. Edwards powers through the contact for the hoop and the arm.
And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there. If he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, then he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Three-pointer. Reed gets the bucket.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
And here's Leonard from 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Guarded by Harden. Randall against Leonard. Now here's McDaniel. He's guarded closely. The shot's good.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
And here's Harden for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Edwards with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Edwards passes to Alexander Walker. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Harden on the wing. Defended by Alexander Walker. Pass to Eubanks. Shoots the 3. And rebounded by McDaniels. The Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
Second team foul.
Reed with it, lets the 3 fly. Eubanks grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
On the basket by Jones.
Tell you what, that's one of the things I love about Harden's game. I mean, he's a dime dropper elite.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. I asked him how you deal with James Harden tonight, and Coach said his focus is not letting Harden get the matchups he wants, not allowing him to get ISOs. Coach said he has to work for it tonight, so they will try to throw some resistance his way, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Man, it's fun watching Harden use the pick and roll to his advantage, getting space off the screen and letting it fly with ease.
It's good. Edwards got 10 points in the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Jones. Back to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Dunn. Pass to Eubanks. With the shot. Randall grabs the board.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
They get it again. Now, here's Reed. Eubanks defending. 5 to shoot. Reed with a screen on Hart. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Leonard against McDaniel. And it's Leonard missing. Minnesota leading by 4. Here's Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Dunn. Here's Jones. Randall with the block. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Nas Reed out there with Randall, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Here's Alexander Walker after the Clippers pick up 2. Pass to Randall. Edwards with it. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Edwards got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Jones slams it home.
Well, you got to admire the precise passing of Harden. All he needs is a little crack to thread the needle.
So it's the Timberwolves now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Reed the pass to Edwards. Jacks up a 3. Edwards on target. Drills it from way out there.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
Eubanks, no good.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Down against Edwards. Nifty move. Oh, Edwards!
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Jones, no one around him. Misses the 3. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, "I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level." Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Clippers trail by 8. Now, here is Harden. 9 points in the game so far.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Oh, here's Edwards. Overdone. Edwards, no good.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Wasted no time on that one. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
And James Harden feeling spry, giving the defense everything they can handle with this scoring.
Alexander Walker passes to McDaniels, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Leonard. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. A different look for the Clippers. Clark for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 5. Bogdanovich wide open. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
DiVincenzo against Powell. And it's Clark in the corner. Gobert with a screen for Clark. 6 to shoot. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Powell for 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's DiVincenzo. Uses the glass to finish the lane. DiVincenzo's got his first points of the game.
You know, in the pick and roll, you got a lot of options, but sometimes the best option is to do it yourself. DiVincenzo making the right choice there.
Coffee off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Shannon. Buried from outside.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
The teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room
The shot is
to
not
bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need to replay it.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the post pairing, Batum and Zubac. Bogdanovich out there with Powell. And it's Coffee in at the 3 spot. Pass to Batum. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Miller right side. And Miller throws it down hard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And Coffee gets it to go. Here's DiVincenzo. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
90 seconds now into the second half. Poked away. Gobert the pass to DiVincenzo. The 3. Cans it from downtown. And now a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
And the 3-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from there.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Out to the right wing. Gobert, the screen. Shannon, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Shannon's got 5 now.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
It's Powell on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. Zubac kicks to Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. It's Powell on the wing. Zubats with the screen for Powell. And the Clippers miss again.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Miller surveying the floor. Gobert with a screen on Batum. And it's still penetrating.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Shannon passes to DiVincenzo. Sweet move. Pass to Miller. Out to the right wing. Gobert with a wide open look. That three off the mark. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Coffey. No good with the triple. Powell against DiVincenzo. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. And Bogdanovich kicks to Batum. Takes a 3. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 4. Edwards with the screen for Randall. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Clippers have gone a somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far.
Bouncing up with ease, Batum skilled at finishing with power at the rack.
Randall a screen on Bogdanovich. Down low. Randall kicks to Reed. From deep. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubats has got 5 rebounds tonight. Over in the corner, Batum. It's good. This game is all even. 10 points for Batum.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And he trained to review it. I'm sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Minnesota on top. They're up by 3. From Target Center, back in a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Naj Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And that one is stuffed right through.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
And on the drive, Randall gets a ton of momentum, and that turns into airtime for the slam.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Eubanks got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. The 3 from Harden. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
Randall a screen on dime. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Harden against McDaniel. Outside Leonard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. From downtown, Kawhi, good!
Hey, when Kawhi Leonard's hitting like that, there's not much you can do on D.
Stolen away. To take the lead. And the layup is up and in. Leonard's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Harden, that's good.
Anytime you can get Harden to look down low, that's good offense.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of this is just the one make.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
It's Harden with the drive. Pass to Eubanks. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Reed with a screen for Edwards. That shot wide open. Edwards got 6 in the quarter.
He is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Harden, that's good.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
A 3-ball. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Jaden McDaniels, what a moment. Huge bucket there.
Jones. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Randall will screen on down. Edwards kicks to Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And Randall throws it down.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
A shot by Harden. Wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got 19 points. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Harden finds Leonard. It's Jones on the wing. Harden outside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
As big a basket as that was, the free throw probably even bigger. Now you've got a 2-possession lead all of a sudden.
Alexander Walker passes to Reed. Back to Alexander Walker. Reed with a screen on Harden.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Harden the pass to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Count it!
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from 3-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Pass to Eubanks. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
Sports. So let's take a look at the starters for the Denver Nuggets. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at the point. And for the Timberwolves, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1. All right, Grant, a matchup of the elites tonight. 2 Titans clashing in this one.
Oh, my. B.A., I mean, there's no shortage of stars on either side of the ball. These tend to be statement games, sending a message by imposing their will.
Pass to McDaniels. Takes a 3. Brown grabs the board. And here's Denver. Outside Murray. Now here's Jokic. Hits the 3-pointer.
Zero hesitation from Jokic. Just so confident in his skills.
Edwards looking for an opening. Pass to Reid. McDaniels against Porter. McDaniels passes to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Reid sets a screen. Oh, sweet move. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest. Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. very challenging to defend.
And coach, a three-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
Everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing with him.
Offensive rebound, Jokic. The shot, no good. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Edwards with it, checked by Gordon. Randall, a screen on Murray. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Outside Murray. To the wing, right side. Brown gets the three to fall. Brown's got 5 now.
And once Gordon spots an open guy, he immediately moves the ball. Just well-coached offense right there.
Launches it from deep. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Denver leading by 4. And here's Murray. Outside Porter. Jokic passes to Murray. Here's Gordon.
Is staying right on the ball there. Randall with a nice shot contest, making a difference at both ends of the floor.
Gordon with a steal. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. Pass to Brown. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
Oh, the crazy athleticism of Gordon. It makes him a great option in pick and roll action.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Randall, right side. Left side, Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Edwards a screen on Porter. Here's McDaniels. Clock at 6. For 3, Randall. Brown grabs the board. The Nuggets lead by 6. Murray with it. Picked up by Reed. And here's Jokic outside. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Stolen by Jokic. Screen by Gordon. Here's Brown. Jacks up a 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds now. Porter against McDaniels. Reed sets a screen. Alexander Walker, the pass to Reed. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Now Reed hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Now here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for Denver, Michael Porter.
Porter hits them both. Gordon with a steal. And so it's Denver finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what you've seen from the Nuggets, what's your take so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
On the floor for Denver, getting going in the second. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the center position, locking down the middle. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Ryan, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Outside for Porter. From downtown. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And just a nice smooth stroke on that three from Porter Jr. He knows that shot very well.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, BA, not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume. A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball 4.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Randall is screen on Porter. Outside for Randall. Outside, Alexander Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Over Murray. Minnesota again missing.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
That three's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 13. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And Reed with a basket on the assist by Randall.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
And it's Murray off the drive. And it's Murray finishing it off.
You see the speed there. Love watching Murray go right towards the rim and convert.
Reed, a screen on Gordon. For 3, Randall. Brown grabs the board. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. Porter with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Porter, the pass to Gordon. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves.
Substitution on court.
Here's Pickett. On target from range. Pickett's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest like the offense.
And Gobert with the stuff.
You're best to get out of Gobert's way. You don't want to be on the wrong end of that tug.
Here's Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA. In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Saric, a screen on Clark. Back to Westbrook. To the left wing. Pickett passes to Watson. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Timberwolves trail by 13. Pass to Shannon. Kicks it out to Clark. Here's Shannon. DiVincenzo on the wing. Gobert with a screen on Westbrook. For 3, DiVincenzo hits the trifecta. DiVincenzo's got 6.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Outside Watson. Pass to Saric. And stolen by Gobert. And he's all alone. Gobert on the go. And Gobert with the stuff.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set. Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And so it's Denver, ending the quarter up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. One guy who's been getting it done is Jamal Murray.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
They've got Miller. He's out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Clark in at the small forward. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Here's Miller. Here he goes. Pass to Shannon. Clark outside. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Denver. Westbrook with it. Here's Pickett. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. DiVincenzo, pass to Miller. They set the pick. There's the three. Minnesota again missing.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
The three, DiVincenzo connects from downtown. DiVincenzo's got 9.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
Here's Westbrook. Takes it inside and jams it home. Westbrook.
Yeah, this is how powerful Westbrook is at the rim. Looking like he wants to tear the basket down.
Clark finds Miller. Back to Clark. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Pickett passes to Watson. Here's Strawther. Back to Watson. Fades and shoots. Miller pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 7. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Miller. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
Minnesota's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. DiVincenzo, pass to Clark. Out to DiVincenzo, 3-pointer. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Pickett. No good from outside. Timberwolves trail by 7. DiVincenzo, pass to Miller. To the paint. Here's Gobert. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
It's on Dario Saric, Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
Conley's checked in for DiVincenzo. Outside Watson. Saric outside. Watson inside, guarded by Miller, and it's Watson missing.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Pass to Miller. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. And there's a pick. Shot clock at 6. The 3 ball. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Nuggets lead by 5. Outside Watson, and stolen by Clark. Conley against Westbrook. Conley passes to Clark. Fires the 3. Counted from distance. Clark's got 5 points.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Watson with it. He's picked up by Miller. And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Conley looking for an opening. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Murray passes to Jokic. Beyond the arc. And there's Murray. That one's good. On the assist by Jokic. 9 points in the game. From deep, Conley. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Nuggets ahead, leading by 5. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Denver leading by 5. And Denver looking at who they've got to start the 4th.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. McDaniels against Porter. Spins. Clock at 6. Counted. McDaniels got his first points in this one.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
I call Jamal Murray a scoring guard. He's on this team to provide points, and he's certainly doing that tonight.
Here's Alexander Walker. From outside, off the mark. And so Jokic will bring it up for the Nuggets. At one point, they led by 16.
Stepping up to secure the board, he just wanted it more.
Randall, the pass to Edwards. Reed sets a screen. Back to Edwards. Outside Reed. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Now here's Murray, covered by Alexander Walker. Murray, no good. Timberwolves trail by 4. Randall, the pass to Alexander Walker. Randall, the screen on Murray. Now McDaniels. He's guarded by Porter. Porter against McDaniels. Up and over Porter. McDaniels can't hit. Denver leading by 4. Brown passes to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Outside Murray. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Here's Reed. McDaniels against Porter. And here's Edwards. Get up, Anthony Edwards!
Well, you need a bucket, give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Murray passes to Jokic. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Here's Edwards. And it's Denver with a rebound. Gordon's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Porter. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
Nice to see that intensity from Porter Jr. Going right into the defender to collect a shooting foul.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. So he gets them both. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line. Converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
Randall outside. It's Edwards on the wing. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Reed against Jokic. Porter from outside. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to Randall. Reed sets a screen. Fires from deep. Minnesota again missing.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Murray passes to Jokic. Here's Brown. Gordon with a screen on DiVincenzo. The Nuggets need to get one up. And another miss by Denver.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
McDaniels passes to Reed. For 3. Porter pulls it in. 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. For 3, DiVincenzo. The offensive rebound. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reed. Now Murray. Fires from way outside. No good. And so it's Denver with the W. They played the villain. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Greg, we're sure to see a lot of quality basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Gordon with a screen on Harden. Porter against Leonard from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harden surveying the D. Done outside. Harden right side. Launches a three. And Jokic with the rebound. Brent, we know that James Harden has won 3 consecutive scoring titles in his past. But now, he really has worked on his game and changed his game to a degree.
Well, that's true, Kevin. Also, the system around him has changed. I mean, what they leaned into in Houston for James Harden to become an offense unto himself was unique at the time. James is a little bit older. He's playing with a different set of players that bring their own skill sets, but he's much more of a passer. He led the league in assists in 2023. So all of his offensive ability has not gone away. It's just manifesting itself in a different form right now. And Michael Porter Jr., just one of those guys that has a versatile scoring menu. Terrific at executing at all 3 levels.
Now here's Harden. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And the Clippers miss again. Here's Denver now. Outside Leonard. The 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Leonard's got 6.
Don't sleep on Kawhi's range. He'll burn you from down deep.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. 4-point game. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, you settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Denver getting their last shot to go. Harden can't hit. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's Murray with the jam.
And appreciation for Jamal Murray and his athleticism getting all the way up there.
The 3 from Harden. And that one is off. For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Shoots it. Kicks it out to Harden. Eubanks the pass to Harden. Shot clock at 5. A 3-pointer is right on target. Harden's got 5.
There's so many things that make Harden a dangerous offensive player, but that 3-point shot, that's tops on the list.
Murray finds Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Now, here's Jokic. Eubanks defending. And the shot goes in.
Respecting how Jokic can shoot the basketball as a big man, knows exactly where to pull up from.
No good on the wing 3.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
That's in there. Murray with the assist. Jokic has got his second bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Harden outside. Jones from outside. Buries it from three-point range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Murray, the pass to Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
You just wonder where Jamal Murray is going to go. This guy is a terrific combo guard.
Leonard, no luck. Here's Brown. Murray for three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, in at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic, and it's Porter at the 3.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
Harden with it, now guarded by Porter. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Gordon kicks to Murray. And there's the drive. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Chris Dunn did not like that.
And a great job, Murray just getting inside the defense and knifing his way in.
It's Harden with the drive. And the jam by Harden.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Jokic. The Clippers getting the bucket. Back to Gordon. Uncovered. It's not going to go for him.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Brent Kawhi Leonard seems to be at his best. He is his most incredible when it matters the most.
Yeah, I think we sometimes tend to forget about how dominant Kawhi was in the performances at the biggest moments during the NBA Finals with his MVP awards, and it's mostly due to the fact that injuries have taken him away from those moments. But it's all in there. He is capable of dominating a game on both sides of the floor, Kevin, and I hope that there's another opportunity for us as fans to see him have one more crack at that, if not a couple more, before his career is over.
Oh, get up, James. Talk about a guy who scores from all 3 levels.
Jokic finds Murray. Eubanks grabs the miss. And it's Jones with the ball for LA. Trailing by 4. Pass to Eubanks. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Eubanks got himself on the board with 3 there.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Here's Murray driving the lane.
This team just goes to another level when Jamal Murray does offensively.
Clippers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. The 3 goes down the hatch from Kawhi.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Down against Murray. Jokic with the screen on Leonard. Porter passes to Murray. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Kicks it out to Leonard. There's the screen. And stolen by Gordon. Murray with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Murray dishes to Gordon. It's tipped. James Harden leading the fast break from the arc. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Brown. On the wing, Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires for 3. The offensive rebound. Here's Jokic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Just have to stay down on any kind of pump fake. Once Jokic got him up in the air, he had him.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. And so he hits both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? He's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And the dunk by Powell.
How about Norman Powell and his vertical prowess there?
The Nuggets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Pass to Pickett. Jokic with the screen on Bogdanovic. It's good from long range. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Watson for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Powell with it. Outside for Batum. Here's the 3. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break with third quarter basketball.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The post pairing, Batum and Zubac. Bogdanovic is out there with Powell. And it's Coffey in at the 3, the small forward. Sharge outside. 3-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Sharge has got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets. And Bray, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
The talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering. But there's a lot of kids out there watching what's going on. And they're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
Westbrook against Powell. Pass to Pickett. From past the arc. The shot that time, not on target. And Los Angeles guys shooting the ball at 42%. Batum screen on Westbrook. Powell for 3. It's hauled in by Watson. The Nuggets leading by 8. Here's Strother. Scoreless thus far. Launches it. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside, Bogdanovic. Zubac with the screen for Bogdanovic. Drills the 3-pointer. Bogdanovic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And that one's good. Strother.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
It passes to Watson. Here's Strother. Again, the Nuggets score. Clippers trail by 8. Bogdanovich looking around. To the paint. Here's Zubac, and he banks in the lane. Zubac has got his first basket.
That's where you got to give Zubac the ball because he's good at capitalizing close to the bucket.
And Zubac has proven that, Brent, there's still a place in the league for old school centers.
Well, I think he plays, Kevin, with a combination of talent around him that allows him to situate himself right where he needs to be. Impactful around the basket, a huge rebounding presence, a guy that brings some physicality, and he's been in a perfect slot to show why it is he's such a valuable NBA player. That's what Zubac is here for, making plays in the trenches.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Denver leading by 6. There's 1:47 left to play here in the third. Strother, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Ullman. David?
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they could put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. The 8 thanks.
There's an underrated scoring aspect to Norman Powell and what he can do. He can drive, get inside, or he can knock down a jumper. That's a tough cover.
1:09 left to play in the third. Denver's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Strother, no good. Clippers trail by 4. Beyond the arc. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Pass to Pickett. Back to Sharch. This one for 3. Drills it from outside. Sharch has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Man, he is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, he just can't miss.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Here's Watson. And Sharch kicks to Westbrook. Here's Pickett, guarded by Powell. Sharch, a screen on Powell. Pickett, no good. It's Powell with the drive. Banked in off the glass. Powell's got 8 points.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So on the floor for Denver, sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Murray in at point guard. Brown, the pass to Jokic.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
I like how simple they are just keeping things on offense. I mean, the mid-range area has been made available, and boy, are they taking advantage.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
Eubanks finds Harden. For the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
One of these monster nights from James Harden.
Denver in the lead. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Lob pass to Gordon. Stolen by Jones. To take the lead. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Here's Murray. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Yeah, there's a feeling sometimes, even at 6'3", when Murray gets to the interior, he plays a bit bigger.
Here's Leonard. Harden outside. Screen by Jones. It's Harden with the drive. 5 on the clock. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Outside, Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Denver with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Jokic. Things getting physical, but Jokic hammers it out and wins.
And the concentration from Jokic, spectacular, just shrugging off that contact.
Here's Harden. Kicks it out to Jones. And slammed in by Jones.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Brown, and he drops it in from the low post. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Nuggets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's foul number 2 for him. Denver with the ball. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
How about Murray stepping up, poised for this young player?
Jones sets the pick for Harden. There's the triple. Pass to Eubanks. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Oh, Jokic powering inside.
He's simply staying aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to shoot at the biggest moments.
There's the pick. A 3 from Leonard. Denver grabs the miss. Now here's Murray. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Brown. Guarded by Harden. Lets the 3 fly. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A 3 from Leonard. They set the screen. Shot clock at 6. Harden has a wide open look. And it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
One of the best closers in our game. James Harden coming up big.
Murray dishes to Porter. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And the Clippers making a change here. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
He made it! He gets it to go!
Guys, that's one for the highlight reel. They needed a three to extend it.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Leonard and Jones slot in at the small and power forward. Dunn is out there with Harden. And it's Eubanks in at the 5. And finished off by Porter.
And Porter has such great athleticism, able to get up and throw it down.
And Jones slams it in.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Jokic with the screen on Dunn. And Murray, here we go. They've got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they've been waiting for this chance all game long.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Jokic kicks to Murray. Fires the 3. Pass to Brown.
2 minutes remain in overtime.
Kicks it out to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Jokic passes to Gordon. Over Jones. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Now done. To the middle. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Porter dishes to Murray. With the drive to the wing right side. Brown. The Nuggets with another miss.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Leonard sets a screen for Harden. Puts up a deep 3. Gordon against Leonard. Harden the pass to Leonard. Jokic traps the miss.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that. It can cost you another play.
On the wing, Harden. Here he goes. Yes!
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
On against Jokic. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Eubanks.
Now, into the lineup for your coach, number 33, Nicholas Batum.
Batum, the screen.
Nikola Jokic, first personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Murray kicks to Porter. Back to Murray. Jokic with the screen on Dunn. Murray, no good.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
And a deep 3 from Harden. Misses. And so Los Angeles takes the win. And David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. Now here's Reid. Sinks the tray.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And Doris, the Clippers with new jerseys, a shiny new arena, and an ownership group that is very aggressive. They want some shiny hardware to go with it.
Yeah, you have to appreciate an ownership group that is willing to spend and make all the right moves in order to position yourself for the championship. But now the players need to come through. And what has been their undoing in recent years is injuries and the lack of availability of their best players. Age and health still hover over this organization.
Jones drives in, and he goes in for the dunk.
An example of Dunn showing just how unselfish he is, moving the ball well.
Reid sets a screen. McDaniels from long range. The rebound by Eubanks. And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Tyronn Lue.
I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and Coach said he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Edwards. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
Well, in pick and roll action, Anthony Edwards is thinking score first. Good decision right there.
Harden with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Kept alive. Out to Leonard. Puts up a 3. And Los Angeles another 3.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
On the wing, Alexander Walker, defended by Harden. Reid for 3. He buries it from 3. Reid's got 6.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Leonard for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden.
I love when Kawhi Leonard evens things up. You make a 3, I'm coming right back at you.
Well, Doris, there's one thing for sure. When Kawhi Leonard is available, he's elite.
There's no question about it, Ryan. And it's so difficult to watch a player who cares so deeply about the game as Kawhi does not have his body hold up. It's been unfortunate over the years to see the toll injuries have taken on his career. But boy, oh boy, clutch, skilled, competitive, tough, every attribute you could want.
Now here's Harden. Outside Jones. Back to Harden. 5 on the clock. From the arc. Jones, the pass to Eubanks. Dunn outside. Eubanks the screen. Back to Dunn. Leonard for 3. His first miss of the game. 3 of 4 from the field now. Minnesota's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's Alexander Walker. Three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Leonard for 3. Oh, good D by Edwards. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Got a piece of it. Done with a steal. Here's Leonard. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. He's got 11.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Now here's Edwards, defended by Dunn. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Chris Dunn.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
Minnesota shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. And so he hits both. Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Now here's Dunn. No made baskets yet. They swipe it. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Minnesota again missing. And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the LA Clippers. Trailing by 2. Now here's Eubanks. Here's Leonard. McDaniels covering. Harden drives in. Leonard's got room. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
To the inside. Here's Reed. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for the Los Angeles Clippers. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in the point guard position. Edwards, no good. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Here's Reed, following the score by the Clippers. Back to Alexander Walker. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
For 3, Randle. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
Well, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Launches it. Look at Leonard, dialed in from deep. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
And then Harden with the jam.
Nice job by James Harden to leap out and get an easy opportunity in transition.
Timberwolves trail by 5. And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Clark, the pass to Gobert. Now Miller. 6 to shoot from outside the arc, and the three-pointer goes.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Zubac with a screen on DiVincenzo. Bogdanovic passes to Coffey. Zubac high post. Back to Coffey. 4-3. Minnesota with a rebound. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, B.A., because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
Miller can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second.
Yeah, I know. He usually makes you pay from that range.
DiVincenzo against Powell. Pass to Miller. Out left to the wing. Here's Gobert. Coffey grabs the board.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
There's 1:26 left in the first half. Clark with it. Now Bogdanovic defending. Miller outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Miller a screen on Powell. DiVincenzo can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And Powell with the stuff.
Love the assertiveness of Norman Powell. Boy, turn the lights out.
Timberwolves trail by 4. 52 seconds left to play in the first half. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Bogdanovic passes to Batum. Back to Bogdanovic. Off target from three-point range. The Timberwolves shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Miller, the pass to Clark. Here is DiVincenzo, defended by Bogdanovic. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Gobert. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Los Angeles. They lead by 2. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm joined by Clippers head coach Ty Lue and coach when Kawhi Leonard comes.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
It's Batum at the power forward with Zubac at center. Bogdan Bogdanovic is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Coffey in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Shannon. No points yet. There's the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Here's Coffey. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Gobert, no good. The Clippers in the lead. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Coffee. The three-pointer off the mark. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. For 3, Powell drills it from deep. Powell's got 5.
Norman Powell with the rise and fire from three-point territory. Pretty delivery.
Bogdanovich against DiVincenzo. To the middle. Gobert passes to DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on Bogdanovich. For 3, DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And Gobert with a block.
Boy, whenever Gobert is out there, he will make you think about shooting near the rim. This guy's such a good shot blocker.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And the Clippers with the ball, following the score by Minnesota. Powell's shot is off. Zubac passes to Coffee. Batum against Miller. Pass to Powell for 3. Nails it from 3. Powell's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
Gobert with a screen on Bogdanovich. For 3, DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Zubac.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Here's Harden.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Going inside, and Harden with the slam.
Well, with that frame, that power, James Harden leaves no doubt.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Doris, looking back at James Harden's time in Houston, what an incredible individual run he went on.
Come on, Brian. Finished in the top 3 in MVP voting 5 times with the Rockets. Came so close to getting to an NBA Finals. He's still beloved in the city of Houston.
Clock at 4. Reed sets a screen. And here's Edwards outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Dunn right side. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot. And will go to the line. Los Angeles shooting their first foul shot of the game. Now Alexander Walker. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Can they get it? Sends it home from three-point land. Alexander Walker's got 5 points.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Harden to pass to Leonard. Outside for Harden. Tipped. Fast break, Minnesota. Randall with it. Harden picks him up. And the shot goes. Now just a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, if you're Julius Randle, sprint the floor and get an easy one.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the slam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
One of the key aspects for Kawhi Leonard scoring per game is his ability to get to the free throw line. This guy lives there.
And Leonard drops them both. Timberwolves trail by 9.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
Edwards looking for an opening. Got it off in time. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 9-point cushion at the end of the And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket. He knew what to do with it once it was there.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Timberwolves. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1 spot. Doris, not long ago, the Clippers were not associated with star power.
It's very true, B.A., but they are now. And it's not just the talent that they have. It's the experience that their guys bring to the court. They now have a core of big-time players who've been through virtually everything in the league.
Now here's Leonard. Here's Eubanks. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league.
Oh, Edwards with style and authority.
How about Anthony Edwards? The bounce. Go ahead, Ed.
Outside Harden. Eubanks the screen. Harden into the lane. Another score. His 5th make out of 10 tries.
James Harden, with the ability that he has both from a smarts, IQ, and skill standpoint, nice drive right there.
Jones against Randle. Fires top of the key. The Clippers grab the miss. Eubanks, he's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Well, we're accustomed to seeing Kawhi as the finisher, not necessarily known as a passer, but boy, what a pass right there.
Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards just bullying his way inside.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Harden, the pass to Jones. Pass to Eubanks. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard outside. Jones with a screen on McDaniels. Another shot. And there it is for him. Leonard's got 20 points.
Starting to look like one of those nights for Kawhi Leonard when he's absolutely dominant on the offensive end.
Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Tries the spin move. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Harden's got 4 rebounds now. On the wing, Jones. Here's Leonard. The 3 ball. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists now in the game.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
This is where James Harden's ability to quickly scan the floor and then find the right window to deliver the pass. So good. So good.
.152 left to play in the 4th. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's the 3. The rebound by Eubanks. Eubanks, he's got his 6th rebound on the night. Jones. And that one is hammered home.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Alexander Walker with the bucket.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
A shot by Eubanks, no good. Timberwolves trail by 14. Here's Edwards. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. good performance for the Clippers.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that anytime momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Kawhi Leonard.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run for three. Randall buries it from three.
Julius Randle, three-pointer.
Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
Leonard's shot's good.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
The Clippers winning this one easily. This one with, all right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1 spot. And for Denver, the forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the center position. Now, here's Jokic. Sinks the three-pointer.
A true sniper from long range, Porter Jr. with a nice stroke on that shot.
Clark, what we appreciate, for some players, success can change them, but not for Jokic. Yeah, he seems like the same guy.
He certainly does, boy, and he is special. He is so much fun to watch. Seems to be even-keeled and down the earth, but his game is heaven sent for sure.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic passes to Porter. Back to Jokic. Takes a 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 3-point game. Count that bucket.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Murray. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Murray plays with such a nice rhythm, especially on offense, and he's got a really good feel and understanding of when to shoot the pull-up.
Edwards, and Reid has it in the corner. Off target from 3-point range.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Brown's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Murray. Alexander Walker passes to McDaniels. Here's Reid. Nailed from 3-point land.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Nuggets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Brown. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor. Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Oh, here's Edwards. Here's Alexander Walker. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Allen, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now here's Murray. Jokic with a screen on McDaniel. Unloads. And it's Jokic missing.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
Here's Alexander Walker. Denver getting their last shot to go. Fires the 3. 55 seconds left to play in the first. Out to Edwards. Picked by Reid. Here's the 3. Traps in the tray. Reid's got 6.
You know, the defense locks so much into Edwards that it creates opportunities for others.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Brown. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Brown's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Nuggets. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's McDaniels. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
McDaniels with the big answer.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. On the wing, Gordon. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Handle a screen on Murray. Here's Alexander Walker. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Denver on top, up by 2. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
You know, something else is working for them is the three-point shooting. I mean, they've done some damage early on from behind the arc.
In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. And it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Jokic. 6 points for him. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, that's a nice take and make by Murray, a scoring guard with tremendous skills and confidence.
Denver shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Edwards finds McDaniel. From the arc. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Porter passes to Murray. Pass to Jokic, stolen by McDaniels. By himself, and finished off by McDaniels.
Just doing it solo. Love seeing McDaniels grab that steal and take off and convert.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
McDaniels with the ball. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really tough finish by McDaniel.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league. Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation. Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility. And I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
Here's McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. Porter against Randall, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Denver's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Murray finds Gordon. Now, here's Jokic. Here's Brown. He's got 6. Here's Murray. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
On the floor, Murray is electrifying. I mean, he delivers relentless effort and keeps his whole squad energized and engaged.
Mike Conley's checked in for Clark. And so Murray nails both of them.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Conley kicks to Gobert. On the wing, DiVincenzo.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Denver.
Number 4, Russell Westbrook.
105 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Conley. Strother grabs the miss. Denver's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Pickett, and the 3-ball is good. Pickett's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Denver's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
Good find that time by DiVincenzo, an unselfish player always looking to make the extra pass.
Outside Westbrook, pass to Sharge. Gobert with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Conley against Westbrook. Conley feeling it out from outside the arc. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And a chance. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Gobert. Conley out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Miller. And it's Shannon in at the 3, the small forward. Timberwolves trail by 3.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against. And you gotta love the effort. I mean, he battles just as hard on the inside as he does on the perimeter. Just rubbing it in their faces with that gun.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Conley, the pass to Shannon. Back to Conley. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
The tray connects from 3-point range. Strother's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now Conley. He has yet to score. Miller kicks to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Nuggets lead by 8. Pass to Strother. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Martin's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Number 22, Jalen Clark.
Westbrook against DiVincenzo. From downtown, knocks down the three ball. DiVincenzo's got 6.
You know, in the pick and roll, you got a lot of options, but sometimes the best option is to do it yourself. DiVincenzo making the right choice there.
Drills the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Back to Miller. And it's Miller with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Pickett, no good. Timberwolves trail by 6. Now, here's DiVincenzo. 6 points for him. Back to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
This is where Gobert likes to park himself, right around the rack.
Here's Crawford. Outside Westbrook. Here's Pickett. And that one's on target from the wing. He's got 10.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most defensive player of the year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report.
And you know finishes like this get Murray pumped up. He's a big-time dunker off the drive now. He'll sneak punch you if you're not careful.
Alexander Walker passes to Randall. McDaniel sets a screen for Randall. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, an underrated ball handler. Randall can beat you off the dribble. He keeps pressure on the defense.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Outside Porter. Here's Brown. Edwards defending. Outside Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Hitter outside. Rebound Minnesota. Reeves got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's McDaniels. Reed with a screen on Porter. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Really like what Edwards did there, assertive in the two-man game.
Pass to Jokic. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Good! Jokic can indeed take a little contact.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He's got 5. McDaniels with the ball. Reed with a screen for McDaniels. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Denver's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. And it's Murray in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. But 3. Brown's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Reed. And he hits it to tie the game up. Reeves got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Timberwolves. Jokic with the screen on Randall. Gordon the pass to Jokic. His three-pointer's off the mark. The Timberwolves shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Here's McDaniels. The putback. Randall controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Randall's got the lead up to 2 now for Minnesota.
Randall really a force on the offensive glass. This guy plays with so much energy and excels at crashing the glass.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. It's hauled in by Jokic. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Jokic against Reed. And it's Jokic missing.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them.
Here's Randall. Oh, that was
terrific! You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
Gordon, the pass to Brown. Releases, and it falls over the rim and in.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Murray. Alexander Walker passes to Reed. Now Randall. Pass to Alexander Walker. 4 on the clock. Randall a screen on Murray. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Reed with a screen on Murray. Here's DiVincenzo. And yes, it's good. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
Funky finish by DiVincenzo there, using the floater as a way to neutralize the shot blocker.
Gordon dishes to Murray. Pass to Jokic. For 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Here's Randall. Reed with it. And here is DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time.
Edwards from deep 3-point territory. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Goes up. Edwards flies in to cap off the break. What a hustle!
Boy, Edwards doing a nice job excelling in transition. Has a really good understanding of how to feel the lane and get where he needs to be.
Here's Brown. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That 3-point shot is his bread and butter.
And the wide open shot from Reed. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Fantastic execution in a tight spot. Gordon capitalizing in the big moment for his team.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Murray against DiVincenzo. And it's Randall, top of the key. Over Gordon. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group.
All right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
a look at this matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. Kawhi is the 3 with Jones playing the 4. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Eubanks in at the 5 spot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. The rebound by Eubanks.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
Harden, the pass to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Denver. Gordon outside. Takes a 3. And it's Jokic. That time on the assist by Gordon.
Zero hesitation from Jokic. Just so confident in his skills.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A big guard who is unafraid to mix it up inside.
Leonard outside. Knocks down the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Spins. Up and overdone. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And the athleticism of Gordon helps on the offensive glass. I just love when he goes after second chance scoring opportunities like that.
Outside for Harden. Pass to Leonard. Eubanks the screen. The 3. Shot by Leonard, no good. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Leonard's got 6.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Eubanks the screen. Harden, the pass to Eubanks. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. 5 points in the game.
Everyone knows Harden is a talented passer. He can really rack up those assists.
Now let's find out what head coach David Adelman had to say. Allie LaForce.
He's focused on what they need to do to stop James Harden, saying they need to be aggressive defensively without putting him on the line. Once he starts racking up the freebies, the game slows down, he gets into a rhythm, and from there, it's a domino effect.
Allie, thank you. Murray from outside, and another miss by Denver.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Pass to Eubanks. Let's go with a 3. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Here's Brown. Still no points. 51 seconds left in the first. Leonard for 3. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Here's Brown. Back to Jokic. Pass to Murray. Shot to stop the run. Drains the triple. Murray's got 5 points.
Terrific up-tempo play by Murray. Gets the ball, and moments later, he has a shot up.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Leonard for 3, and Los Angeles another 3.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And here's Porter outside. The shot misses. Porter with the steal. And that's not going to go. And so it's Los Angeles in command with a 13. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Clippers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, I also like how they've immediately gotten out in transition. They came to run, and we'll see if they can keep it up.
Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. That's the group for Denver getting going in the second. Here's Harden. Denver getting their last shot to go. Leonard inside. Gordon's on him. Knocked loose. And he bangs it home with one hand.
A solid read from Porter Jr. When he makes quality passes like this, it helps his team's overall chemistry.
Well, Stan, perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And Brian, they don't let you forget it. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniforms, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver.
Nice work by Gordon, stretching the floor, opening things up with his range.
They get the rebound. Leonard for 3. That's a miss. His 6th miss in 11 tries. Nuggets trail by 8. Pass to Eubanks. Got it. Good job in the low post. Eubanks, he's got 10 points.
And that was a good read from Leonard, noticing the overcommitment and exploiting it.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Now here's Harden. Jones with a screen on Gordon. Leonard for 3. Eubanks the screen. Leonard can't get that one to fall. The Nuggets have gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start in the second. Gordon outside. And stolen by Leonard. And it's the Clippers on the break. Pass to Eubanks. Jones with a screen on Gordon. 5 on the clock. Leonard for 3. Look at Leonard, dialed in from deep. Stan, you started as an assistant in the NBA back in 1995. Now, all of these years later, for a coach, what's been the biggest change, you think?
Well, I think the biggest change, Brian, has been that we don't practice as much. There's much less time spent on the court with your team. It's more done in terms of film and individual work and not 5-on-5 type practice like it was back in 1995.
You mean to say we're talking about practice?
That's exactly right.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Here's Murray. That one's good. Takes him 3 for 7.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
The Clippers lead by 7. Harden surveying the D. Pass to Leonard. There's 45 seconds left in the second. And here's Jones. He's guarded by Porter. Leonard for 3. Brown grabs the board. Denver has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Jokic in the post. Eubanks defending. Gordon can't hit. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting only 36% during the second. Harden, the pass to Leonard. Back to Harden. Eubanks the screen. Fires the three. Rebounded by Denver. He's got a clear path. Here's Brown. Ripped down the breakaway slam.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense.
Oh, it goes! He beat the buzzer!
The NBA never ceases to amaze me. Well, that's a gut punch to him to have. Just demoralizing.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. It's Batum at the power forward with Zubac at center. Norman Powell out there with Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's Coffey in at the 3 slot. Now here's Saric. Shoots a fadeaway. Coffey grabs a board. Now here's Zubac. Tightly guarded. For 3, Powell fires in the triple. Powell's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Yeah, this is how powerful Westbrook is at the rim. Looking like he wants to tear the basket down.
Pass to Coffey. Jacks up a 3. From downtown. Pure from 3-point range. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Strother. And a miss there on the triple. The Clippers have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Blocked! Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Bogdanovic, that's good.
3 points.
The Nuggets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Pickett passes to Westbrook. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a 3-point play. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac, and he'll be shooting his first free throw. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
Nuggets trail by 15. Back to Watson. Here's the pick. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Watson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Coffey. Zubac inside. Saric on him. Sweet little floater.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Westbrook, the pass to Pickett. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Bogdanovic. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook. Denver has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. One of the more consistent players in the league, Stan, Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Yeah, Brian, averages in double figures every year, shoots it well from deep, a very underrated ball handler and playmaker. You love having guys like Bogdanovic that you can rely on every night.
Saric, a screen on Powell. Westbrook. And he converts the layup. Westbrook's got 6 points.
That's the area of the floor where Westbrook's efficiency scoring the ball is fantastic.
second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Bogdanovich passes to Powell. 6 to shoot. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Here's Watson. And the finish on the break with the slam.
This has been a staple for Russ, creating the turnover and getting right into transition.
Bogdanovich passes to Zubac. Crafty move, and it's slammed in by Zubac.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target. And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Zubac with a screen on Westbrook. And he's going for the lob! And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Šarić outside. And Šarić throws it down.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Pass to Coffey, three-pointer. Connects from downtown. Coffey's gotten his second bucket of the game.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And here's Šarić for three. The shot won't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards, and it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And it's Porter with the ball for the Nuggets. They trail by 11.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Brown's gone 4 of 5 from the floor. Just the one miss. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Jones, he's checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Coffey. Dunn, he's checked in for Powell. And it's James Harden in for Bogdanovich.
And Jokic doesn't get a lot of lift on his shot, but he doesn't need it. I mean, he is money in the mid-range.
On the wing, Harden. Screen by Leonard. Outside Harden. Clock at 6. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Pass to Jokic. This one for 3. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one. The Clippers lead by 7. Outside Harden. Screen by Leonard. Harden, the pass to Leonard. Back to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. He drops it from range.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
A shot by Brown, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Leonard for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. The fader. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Jones has got 4 rebounds now. Leonard for 3. Porter pulls it in. Nuggets trail by 10. Gordon finds Porter. The 3 is up. And again, it's Denver missing.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
And it's Harden penetrating, and he dunks it down.
He can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Launches a 3, and Gordon with the basket on the assist by Murray.
Good awareness by Murray. Sees a hole in the defense and feeds the guy ready to exploit it.
Outside Harden. Pass to Leonard. The 3 is up. From long distance, Leonard drops it in.
The response from the claw. Leonard really wanted that 3.
Outside Murray from behind the arc. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. 3-pointer Harden. And Los Angeles another 3.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Clippers.
And a big part of their success was the second chance buckets they secured tonight.
Yeah, it's just proof that being aggressive on the boards can pay game-winning dividends.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Kawhi Leonard.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Out to Gordon. Back to Jokic. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Leonard on the wing. Defended by Gordon. And Los Angeles another 3.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Here are the Clippers. They're on a 14-6 run. Fires away from way outside. Offline. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Exceptional. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.